Hello my students of class 11th. You studied the poem Dolphin. Dolphins was read. Now I am going to start the chapter The Gift of India, poem number 4 by Sarojini Naidu, a well-known poet. You know her very well, Sarojini Naidu. What is in this poem, The Gift of India? First of all, you must know. So try to understand what is written in this poem, The Gift of India. Under the British rule, Indian soldiers were sent to fight the Germans in distant lands during the World War I, which was fought 1914 to 1918. They did not know for what cause they were fighting. They were entirely unknown. What was the cause behind it? Why they were sent to fight? What is the reason? They didn't know. A large number of these brave soldiers laid down their lives for the alien rulers. Alien, they were alien. Britishers were alien for us. Alien rulers who only looted India, robbed India of its rich treasures and treated Indians very badly. In the poem The Gift of India, Sarojini Naidu underlines the fact of Indians being slaves of the British before being Indians. She refers to the exploitation of Indians in the hands of the white colonialist. Then she laments over the gruesome killings of thousands of Indian soldiers in the east and the west of battlefronts during the World War I. She visualizes the horrible scene of dead bodies of Indian soldiers lying scattered on the fields. She pays a glowing tribute to their bravery. She declares that in history no other country than India has made such a priceless gift to any other country or any country. The heart of Mother India is heavy with grief at the deaths of her brave sons. Towards the end of the poem, the poet hopes that soon good sense would prevail and there would be peace in the world. The sacrifices of the Indians would be remembered with pride for many generations to come. The poem here opens in a dramatic manner with an anguished rhetorical question. The question is made to the British colonial masters who took away many materials, material things from India, like rich cloths, grains, and gold, etc. But the priceless gift they snatched, the priceless gift, they have robbed, they took away many things like grains, gold, rich cloths, but most precious thing that they snatched from the breast of Mother India, were the lives of her brave sons. The brave sons were the priceless thing, which were snatched from the breast of Mother India. Her soldiers who were sent to fight for them in the distant countries of the East and the West during the World War I. These soldiers were sabers of doom, fought at the call of their duty, They did not know what they were fighting for, what was the cause. The drums of war only reminded them, which indicates that the war is going to start. The drums of war only reminded them of their duty, and they fought bravely. The poet refers to the wars fought in Persia and Egypt, where Indian soldiers fought. Persia and Egypt, where Indian soldiers fought bravely and laid down their lives. Their dead bodies are likened to scattered pearls. The poet says here, like pearls, dead bodies are scattered like pearls and shells on the sea beaches and in the sandy deserts. They were in bad conditions, with pale foreheads and broken hands that fought bravely. They were like flowers scattered in the meadows of Flanders and France. The similes used here only reinforce the fact that those soldiers were as priceless as pearls. The poet expresses the deep sense of sadness and grief felt by all Indians at the brutal killing of Indian soldiers. No one can measure the tears of grief that surpasses the despair in her heart and the hope that comforts the anguish of her prayer. She has a sad vision of the bloody flag wavering, proclaiming victory. The soldiers died, but they won a decisive victory for their masters. The poet hopes that a day will soon come when the war caused by hatred would come to an end and peace would prevail in the world. Then the sacrifices made by brave soldiers would be remembered with gratitude. They would be honored for their valorous deeds. Coming generations would remember their sacrifices. With this hope, the poet ends her poem. The poem in detail stanza-wise will be explained in my next video. Thank you so much, students.